Hello! Well, here we are again. A true mix of multiple choice, helpful initials, and questions where you're on your own. 1 to 20. Let's begin. Question 1. Who was the youngest person to become king of Israel? Was that Jeroboam, Ahab, Joash, or David? And that was Joash, who became king when he was 7 years old in 2 Kings chapter 11. Question 2. How was Stephen the first martyr? And he was stoned to death in Acts chapter 7. Question 3. The children of Israel circled round Jericho for how many days before the walls fell down? And that was 7 days, according to Hebrews chapter 11. Question 4. What was the name of the man who replaced Judas Iscariot among the apostles? And that was Matthias. You'll find the replacement in Acts chapter 1. Question 5. According to Judges chapter 8, Gideon had how many sons? For he had many wives. Was it 70 or 140? And Gideon had just the 70 sons. Question 6. Which king saw the handwriting on the wall? And that was King Belshazzar from Daniel chapter 5. Question 7. Jacob lived in the land of Egypt for how many years? Was it 6, 17, 23, or 40? And according to Genesis chapter 47, Jacob lived in Egypt for 17 years. Question 8. What colour robe was put on Jesus before he was mocked and crucified? And the answer was a scarlet robe in Matthew chapter 27. Question 9. In the parable of the talents, the master gave the servant how many talents if he gave another 2 talents and a third 1 talent? And the distribution was 1 talent, 2 talents, and 5 talents. Question 10. What was the name of the man who carried Jesus' cross? And that was Simon of Cyrene, found in Matthew chapter 27. Question 11. What was the name of the mountain where Elijah defeated the prophets of Baal? Was it Mount Nebo, Mount Carmel, Mount Gerizim, or Mount Zion? And 1 Kings chapter 18 tells us it was Mount Carmel. Question 12. Who was the prophet who saw the valley of dry bones vision? And that was Ezekiel in chapter 37. Question 13. Who replaced Moses as the leader of Israel? That was Joshua in Numbers chapter 27. Question 14. At the feeding of the 5,000, the disciples collected how many baskets of leftovers? Was it 7, 12, 15, or 21? Mark chapter 6 tells us there were 12 baskets of leftovers. Question 15. Golgotha and Calvary both translate to the place of the what? And that's the place of the skull. You'll find it in John chapter 19. Question 16. How many times did Peter deny Jesus? And he denied him 3 times in Luke chapter 22. Question 17. Whose wife was turned into a pillar of salt for looking back at Sodom? And she had no name, but she was Lot's wife in Genesis chapter 19. Question 18. True or false? Moses was the first prophet in the Bible. And the answer is true, according to Deuteronomy chapter 18. Question 19. What was the name of the valley where David fought Goliath? Was it the valley of Elah, the valley of Achor, the valley of Siddim, or the valley of the shadow of death? And that was the valley of Elah in 1 Samuel chapter 17. And question 20. Who was the father of John the Baptist? And muted for a while, that was Zechariah in Luke chapter 1. Oh, I'm expecting some full marks today. Let me know if you succeeded. But until next time, goodbye and God bless.